All right, let's get right into it here. Looks like S&P is up about 0.6% today. Nasdaq semis are up. Every single sectors are up. Gold, Bitcoin, these guys are down. Looks like the S&P has gone up with the gap up this morning, as you can see. This is where we closed yesterday. It looks like we actually saw that gap up, and that gap, it's still holding here. I mean, I think at this point, what everybody's asking probably right now is how long. I mean, seriously though, can this market keep going higher like this? The answer is yes. Just go ahead and look at 2020 price action after the March lows. Market did indeed kept going higher. I mean, obviously we did see short-term, micro-term fluctuations and pullbacks along the way, but it is a possibility. So if you don't believe something is like, if majority of people is so blindly believe that certain outcome is not going to happen, right? Just remember 2020. Most people thought there's no way in hell the market is going to get right back up to the all-time high level, and he did, it the most expedited, speedy manner ever. It's in the history book, the fastest recovery ever in the history of stock market. So if everybody is thinking after what happened during 2022, there's no way. I think even at this point, market being at 430s, I think a lot of people are shocked to see S&P is not below at 350. It's not at 300. It's not at 320, right? So with so many things that has happened over the several months this year, late last year, I've been covering a lot of major reversal signals and all of that. And now that we're here, now that bulls really finding that momentum and really finding that traction, how far can they go? First of all, you have to understand there are no down gaps. Remember, we've been talking about gaps every single day this entire year, right? That gap, that island down gap from August, island down gap from February. I mean, these gaps that were, just there to making things incredibly difficult for the bulls find any sort of traction. I mean, that's been the story pretty much the entire since the early part of this year, and then since the pretty much the second half of last year, right? The down gaps were brutal and things were extremely difficult, but things changed. Things definitely changed for the buyers once they created their own monster to go up and battle with Bear's monster, which was island down gap. Now after this May island up gap, and once that up gap was protected several times, bears understood that this island gap must be filled, because if you allow this island up gap to be sustained, well, you see what happened, right? And understanding that, and there are a lot of, you can see if I zoom out here, look at how many, there are October up gap, November, December, March, May, and there are other up gaps. There are up gaps here and here. There are no down gaps. There's only one down gap left for the bears, and that's 460. That doesn't mean the market is going to go straight up, though it's possible. Anything can happen, though it's a possibility. What I'm saying is, ever since that island down gap from August, that was like 420-ish, right? 420. Ever since that island down gap from 420, that was filled, and that was right here, and partially filled here. You guys remember? Ever since then, we are witnessing the traction, upside traction we have not witnessed since maybe an entire year, maybe more than a year. So that must tell you something, that something has changed. And now that there are no down gaps until 460s, and bulls got not a whole lot of challenge here.
Perfect.
And so I think, obviously, the short term of things and the micro term of things, yes, so we got this micro term average, moving average here, 434, rising pivot as well, as you can see. That's also possible. a new support, because that's how this market did find support right here. Keep in mind, my micro term is here, my short term is here, my mid term is here, my long term is here. So all these moving averages are spreading like this. I mean, a lot of you guys been following me and watching my videos this entire day. When was the last time we saw these 4 moving averages spread out like that? It's always been these moving averages zigzagging back and forth. Yes, this is the first time. This tells us there's a lot of traction happening. So this, even if we see any sort of decline, you know, that 430, 435, 433, the gap area, the micro term area, the horizontal or rising pivot, all those levels going to act as support. Even the bears managed to bring it down even further than that. We have a 429, and that's my short-term moving average. So there are a lot of supported levels. If bears want to really tackle this thing, see if they can create another island down gap, maybe gapping it down underneath here and turn this into an island. We need island, not regular, island down gap. Island meaning this is already up gap, and then we need that island down gap. If there's an island if there's an island down gap, I think that's gonna make things very hectic for the bulls. Minimum week or two, as long as that island down gap doesn't get filled. And that.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
It almost seems to me bulls are gaining so much confidence right now. So any dips are going to be bought. The reason is because a lot of people are been on the sideline with cash after 2022 decline, and even a lot of bears, they haven't made any money since October low, Spider 350. So they gonna start to wanna accumulate, possibly go on the long side. This is once that sentiment gets shifted, some of these aggressive sellers are gonna start to you know what I'm saying, switch team. See, the oscillator looks like we did see I'll call it that neutral. I wouldn't call it that as any sort of you know, full cross, but you can see right here, this one looks similar to what we saw right here above the micro term moving average right there, and we got the micro term moving average right there. So maybe there's a chance that tomorrow we see a micro term moving average getting respected or retested, and then might be another final move and then grind on that micro term for a couple of days, maybe this entire week. And then once that micro term is lost, you may see that micro term sentiment shifting, you know, and we may see some pullbacks at that time.